Okay, so I'm going to take a minute and talk to you about a book that I haven't talked about yet, but you may be familiar with where it's connected to. So the book I want to talk about is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a prequel to The Hunger Games, and the cover of it may bring up The Hunger Games in your memory. It's by Suzanne Collins, a little bit chunkier than the Hunger Games books were. This book takes President Snow, and it goes back to when President Snow was, in school, finishing up school, and a part of the 10th Hunger Games, the first time they ever had mentors. They chose students as mentors, and he was a student that was chosen. It also kind of talks about some of the development of the Hunger Games, like things like how they started having gambling, how they started having where people could have deliveries given to the participants in the Hunger Games. And about halfway through the Hunger Games, the 10th Hunger Games lasts till a little over halfway through the book. And then after that, there's some things that happen sort of as the fallout of the 10th Hunger Games. I'm going to say that for me, this book was one that I couldn't get into right away, and there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, how are you supposed to like President Snow? And I typically have a hard time with unlikable protagonists. I tend to like books where I like the protagonist and I want them to succeed. And I do not like President Snow. He's more likable than he was in the Hunger Games books, at least at the beginning, but he's still a pretty awful person. And the second thing is that now that I'm older and I have children, it's a lot harder to read a book where kids kill each other. So that was a little bit hard. But once I got really into the book, I did really develop an appreciation for the book, and I highly recommend that if you liked the Hunger Games, you pick this up and you see how Snow got to be who he is.